and welcome to another video from me, Rough Swordsman Wargamer. It's an open the box, or more technically an open the bag, as you shall see, because we have Seelowe, the German invasion of Britain 1940, published by SPI in 1974. So why is it not in a box? Well, I picked this up for a few pounds on eBay, and the person selling this and other games says that they were got from the SPI shutdown in the UK. Mind you, once you see what's in the bag, a box is not really required. So let's get it open. And the reason I say a box isn't really required is because we get the rules, we get the counters and the map, and that's it. Right. Let's have a look at the rules. They come in at 8 pages only. Problem is, it's very small writing. But we've got the introduction, general course of play, and what you get. Explanation of the units. Very simple. Basically, you've got a combat strength and a movement allowance. And some other markers here. Sequence of play. So it's a you go, I go. Germans first. Weather phase, landing phase, reinforcement phase. Supply, judgment phase. Air attack phase, German initial movement phase. Combat phase, German mechanized movement phase. Disruption, removal phase, and embarkation phase. And for the Brits, we've got a reinforcement phase, unit activation phase, supply, judgment phase, air attack phase, British initial movement and rail movement phase, combat, and a mechanized movement phase, entraining and detraining phase, and a disruption removal phase. It looks like this is going to be okay for solo play because there isn't any hidden stuff. Here we've got movement, British rail movement, mechanized, yeah. And then zones of control. Doesn't look too different to most zones of control mechanisms. Stacking, combat, supply, air power, and that's it. So like 4 pages of the rules, and then you've got the scenarios, and there are some sort of reinforcement rules here. There are 3 scenarios, so how to set them up. 3 scenarios, scenario H, scenario N and J. German special first game turn initial landing procedure. Yeah, okay, so scenario variants. German reinforcements and how they are transported to Britain, and British reinforcements and how they actively enter the game. So a little bit there on it with examples. Terrain and supply effects charts, see the map. British Home Guard. Victory conditions, player notes on strategies and tactics for both sides. And then, yeah, designer notes. So there we go. Them's the rules. 1 sheet of counters, as you saw there. They are single-sided. So we've got the Brits here, of course, as you can see. And the Germans, very sort of simple, but quite nice looking counters, thin. So there we are. And lastly, it's the map. So let's get that out. So here's the map in all its glory. Not a huge playing area. And right down here in the corner, we'll have a look at the tracks and things in a minute, but down here it says printed in Great Britain by Simpubs Limited. So this is the UK version. Colours are a bit more sort of vivid on this version, I understand, than others. And it's basically the southeast part of England. Here's the Channel. London here. Chatham and Rochester in Kent. Southend, not far from me. And ports here, Brighton, Southampton, and Bournemouth, Weymouth. The reason there's so little in this version of the game, I think, is there are no handouts. On some other versions there were some handouts, but everything is on the map. So let's have a zoom in down here. This is where the Germans are coming across. I think these are the sort of zones where the Germans are coming across, E and F. And there's another one up there we'll have a look at. But that's to do with the hypothetical scenario. Scenario J, the bold stroke fantasy scenario. Here's the weather table, depending on the time of the scenario. German airborne. German transport wave schedule. German forces currently available in France. Initial German forces available in France. So look over here. So over on the right hand side of the map, we've got the combat results table, air attack table with an explanation of the results. And if we gently move up, we can see here's the terrain effects chart and supply effects chart. Tell you what, I do like the sort of vivid colours of the map. Takes me back. So there's your terrain, and up the top there is a duplication of the combat results table and air attack tables for the other player, I assume. By the looks of it, they sit opposite each other. Let's have a look at the other side. So along the left-hand side, we have the German reinforcements, the game turn, and the British reinforcements. So we move up there and see this is a 15-turn game. And then right up the top here, we've got upside down, unfortunately. We've got some more holding areas and boxes for the German and British player. Let's see if we can switch that round the other way. There we go. So we have September deployment, scenario N and H. British initial forces, order of battle. July deployment, scenario J. For the German player, this is the sequence of play. And for the British player, their sequence of play, which is quite good. And inactivated British reinforcements holding area. There we go. So this has been, in this case, an unbagging of Seelowe, the German invasion of Britain, 1940, from SPI, published in 1974. No box, but as you can see, it doesn't really require it. I picked it up, as I say, for a few quid. The seller has another few SPI games, which don't come with boxes, from the SPI UK shutdown. So he must have been hanging on to them for a while. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that. If you have and you haven't done so already, have a think about subscribing to the channel. It does help. Pushing the like button as always. Leave a comment if you played this game. Let me know what you think. Doesn't look too complex. And hopefully in the future this will be on the table. Thanks as always to my subscribers. Thank you very much. And one last thing, if you want to support the channel a little bit further, well, now you can buy the channel a coffee. Doesn't cost much, and all those coffees go towards new content for the channel to upload. I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested, and thank you. Another blast from the past. So, until next time, as always, you take care and goodbye.